Somebody open YouTube and see coming on. Yeah, I'll share the link in the group. Yeah. Third plus. I'll put.
Okay, guys, it's 2:15, so just calm down. We'll be starting off with a quiz. So, yeah, whoever comes later, they can just join. That's not an issue. So, we'll move on to the first question. Rules have been told. I think there's none other clarifications to be made. So, yeah, all the best, guys. Top 8 teams qualify to the final. And just before we start, anyone from QC who is attempting the quiz, your sheets you will have to evaluate yourselves. So you will not be moving on to the finals. But this is just for you to attempt the set if you've not seen it already. So yeah, so that clarification being made, we'll be moving on to the first question. All the best. Yeah. So first question, audio question. Just listen to this 1 minute clip of an interview. It's a pretty easy warm-up question just for starters. So just listen carefully. It's pretty very recent as it gets. So yeah. You. Hey, what's
Might be disconnected. What? So who's going to be connected? Okay, open a laptop. I'll play it on. He asked me to connect it for Bluetooth. Then you have to connect it to the speaker. Hey,
yeah, you have in many ways been the parent of brand Bengaluru. Today, how do you see the brand growing?
Around the time when I assumed office as chief minister, there was a very keen competition between Bangalore and Hyderabad. Hyderabad, under the leadership of Chandrababu Naidu, had made tremendous strides in taking technology to the rural areas, and taking technology to the day-to-day life of the people. I talked about the, the developments and when Bangalore is the capital for Infosys. Diabetes in Bangalore, and Wipro Plenty is also in Bangalore, in Sarjapur.
Yeah, so I hope I don't have to repeat the clip again. Just ignore the first 6 seconds, and then the person who's speaking, that's whom you have to identify. So everyone's written on the answer. You have in many ways been, yeah, the two houses of legislature of the princely state of Mysore, the Legislative Assembly and the Legislative Council, were established in 1881 and 1907 respectively. Sessions of the two houses took place in Mysore, with joint sessions taking place at X in Bengaluru upon its completion in 1935, which logically speaking was the only place in Bangalore big enough to accommodate these sessions at that point in time. X was constructed from white granite transported from Mardi and Tiruvallur and was designed in the Neo-Dravidian architecture. Identify this X, like the place where the joint sessions were being held. There's an image on the next slide. I suppose, yeah. So that's the image, and you can see 1934 it was in the process of being constructed, and later on you can see the Yuvraj of Mysore addressing the Honorable. If anyone, I don't think you can, yeah, you can actually figure out from the structure, but then the text helps a lot. Anyone blocking? Yeah. Pretty simple, guys. Think of a structure big enough at that point in time where you have to hold joint sessions, and it's in Bangalore. Yeah. So yeah, moving on. Inaugurated in April 2024, this particular building situated on the Bangalore-Mysuru highway features a very unique but apt facade. It was established by Dharmasthala Dharmadhikari D. Virendra Hegde, who describes the place to be home to that which he holds very close to his heart. Placed near the reception just before the entrance to the building, a vehicle bearing the registration number MIE 520 belonging to D. Virendra Hegde stands to greet its visitors. This building has been described as an extension of a similar yet smaller version located in Dharmasthala. What building am I talking about? So there's a small version of it in Dharmasthala. They figured out that that place is not enough for the things which it holds, and it deserves a much larger area. So they made a much larger version of it on the in a place on Bangalore Mysore highway. So
You want what the place
I
is or the name of
I want name of the place. I want specifically the name of the place. I not accepted it. Guys, it's blown up pretty much in social media, so you would have seen it. So also look at the fact that there's a vehicle with a registration number given over there. So that registration number doesn't really mean anything, but then a vehicle stands to the reception, so that will help a lot. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so pushing. Annasanda Narasimhaya Chandrasekhar is a popular Kannada actor, more popularly known as X-Y. The sobriquet X stuck to his name after the play of their same name that sees him portraying the title role becoming very widely popular. The prefix to his nickname, X, continues to be of relevance even to this day, considering his vast political history and 21st century activism pushed Kannada forward among the many other things he has done. ID, yeah, so ID is the name. So X is what his nickname is. Y is the shorter form of his original name. There's two parts to this question. There'll be no half marks for this. We need the full X and Y to get points, or else you get zero. Yeah. I see a raise of hands, so I can push on. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Written in his mid 20s, Kuvempu's first play X, which loosely translates to the scavenger, continues to hold out a special significance. An early enactment of his philosophical ideal that later became to be named as Vishwamanava, the play also reveals the poet's creative engagement with tradition. An excerpt from the same is seen in the image. Simply give us X, which is rather infamous and well heard of late, although not in the same context. So X is just one single word which is infamously becoming famous for some reason. I don't know why, but then yeah. So yeah. So this is an excerpt from that particular act of his. Yeah, it's just one particular word which has blown up a lot and is being used in very nonsensical ways. But yeah. Okay. Moving on to question 6. X is a famous temple situated around 3 kilometers away from the town of Arisikere in the Hassan district. This temple is on the top of a hill which is made up of 1300 steps. The same 5 Gobras and an image of Garuda. This potentially smaller, resembling version of another more popular temple in South India has resulted in a greater number of devotees from those parts of the country visiting X. Therefore, IDX. So, the name you're looking for, the best answer has 2 words in it. One of the words is a popular temple from South India. The first word is like basically saying that it's a smaller version. So, there's this is how it looks like, but I don't think you'll gather much from this. What might help you more is the fact that there's a Garuda statue out there. So think of a very, very famous place which has a huge Garuda statue, and I think you will literally get the answer there. So, yeah.
2 words answer.
Yeah, it's a 2 word. Any blocks?
Blocks.
Yeah, cool. We spend enough time over here. So. One of Shivraj Kumar's popular movies titled Chedivaya Ninna Nodalu. The movie is titled so based off of a popular Rajkumar song of the same name. This movie is specifically famous for having achieved a particular feat at that time in the sandalwood industry. The movie plot revolves around an orphan tourist guide who falls in love with a girl while achieving the said feat at the same time. The said feat was a rather costly affair for obvious reasons at the time, costing around 7 crore rupees. This called for a 35-member unit, which was expected to leave for countries such as Mexico, Italy, China for this purpose. Its shooting was also planned at an Indian spot as well for a few days. Hence, I did this feat. So I think there's plenty of clues in the question. Then if you find out the lateral clue to this, which I am not going to say, you will figure out the answer. So I need you to give a bit of a description to it. So I need keywords in it, but then yeah, but then you would keyword. Yeah, we'll see your answer. It's fine. Yeah. Because the fact that it was very costly for them to do so, and they had to travel to places. So yeah, I assume everyone's written on the answer. Moving on. X is the name of a 2016 India-Kannada black comedy film produced by T. Goswami and Shashikala Balaji, written and directed by Vijay Prasad. Due to the dark humor references in the movie, given its rather delectable title, many reviews even said that it wasn't a dish not all can digest. This is ironic when compared to the real X, which is a quite loud dish and easy to digest as well. It is also well known for how much of an easier variant it is to prepare compared to the usual Bengaluru delicacy, lacking any necessity for a fermentation process itself. Hence, IDX. So X is a Karnataka famous dish. Yep. Think of a Bengaluru delicacy and an alternative to it for which fermentation is not required, and then you. Yep. So, heard a lot of blocks, so I'm not going to stay on this any longer. Yeah. Question 9. Our work, which began in August 2018, following the initiation of a Tulu postgraduate course at University College, has now culminated in the successful launch of the X. This has more than 3,000 pages, all segregated grammatically, and will serve as a vital source for the global Tulu community, offering a space where language enthusiasts and scholars can collaboratively expand and refine the Tulu lexicon, said Bharatesha, who is one of the scholars heavily involved in this project.
what is Bharatesha talking about specifically? Something which was in the news roughly 2 months ago. So yeah, I'm looking for a very, very specific answer over here. So it's something related to the Tudu language and it being collaboratively improved upon by scholars and people who study the language. So if they have to collaboratively improve the language, there has to be something done. A project of this, I think, yeah, you would have heard of those words specifically. So that's what I want. No, and I want the specific word. Yeah, so think of something which has 3,000 pages and you would need to refine the language itself, but then you would have to do it collaboratively. So what would allow you to do that? I mean, in the sense that people living in far off places too can collaborate on it and build upon it, research it. So what would you need? I think the 3,000 page thing you guys would have got it instantly, but then I would need a bit of refine to that answer. Yeah, that's all I can give, bro. Like, see, it's 3,000 pages. The project was to improve the language, but it also aims to allow people to collaborate on it. Yeah, so pushing. Question 10. Institute for Social and Economic Change is a multidisciplinary social science research institute established by Professor V.K. R.V. Rao in 1972, funded by the ICSSR and the government of Karnataka. The thrust of the institute is to integrate the social science research skills in initiating, complementing, participating, and furthering the social, economic, and political changes of the societies. Last month, the UHFW and the ISEC took the initiative to set up a clock that measures a particular index in the state with the aim of collecting accurate data for research and raising awareness. The two clocks installed into a single display tick every 2 seconds at the top and every minute and 10 seconds at the bottom. The clock's precision is maintained through a satellite collection, allowing it to function independently with fully integrated components. What does the clock's display indicate at all times? So yeah, I just want what the clock is displaying. So obviously it is not time which it is being displayed. So yeah, something which is very dynamic in nature, and yeah, you would need that index, and government would especially need that index to keep track. So I think there's an image in the next slide. So there's an image. So that's the clock. There are two indexes you can see. Both are indicating a particular attribute itself, but then the red one is for India, the green is for Karnataka. So obviously it's not time. Yep. Yeah, so one more thing to keep note, guys. The star marks which are next to the questions are to break tie breaks in case we have scores on level for finals. So just mark star in like right next to the question or something. So 5, 10, 15, 20 and 24 are star mark questions. So just put off stars. Yeah. Oh yeah, there are no alphabets on the display there. I think I heard someone saying there's an X. That's not an X. That's a flower garland that's been put on it. So yeah, they're all numbers. Staying on this for 10 more seconds and I'm pushing. Yeah, cool. So I hope you written down the answers. Question number 11. This is a diagrammatic representation of a crucial setup concerning groundbreaking developments in the field of particle physics in India. Where was this located? So yeah, there's a bigger image. If you want to come and look at the image more closely, you can do that, but then I think there's enough here. I just want the location where this is located. Yeah.
Give a bit more in people. I think zero motion. It's fine. Not more.
So guys, think of a place which is safe enough to conduct particle physics experiments, and then and you can see in the diagram it has a rock wall and stuff. So just also frame the question in a particular way, saying it's a groundbreaking development. So if you can gather something out of that, then that's good for you. Oh, this is very much Karnataka. Yeah, moving. Question 12. Jungle Lodges and Resorts Limited, a Karnataka government tourism undertaking, launched 11 new jungle camps during 2010, with one of them covering Gopinatham, more popularly called as Gopinatham Country Camp. This could be seen as a clever way by the tourism department to cash in on the myth and enigma around X and make the place more pleasant by making a resort in the same place. Which famous persona X are we talking about? So there's a place where there's a lot of myth going around that this used to be the place where this particular person did most of his things which he is known for. And there's, yeah, very, very real life person. Yeah, so person name is all I want, yeah. That's a person's name. Yeah, cool. I just want the person's name. There's a lot of hysteria and all connected to what he was doing there and stuff. So yeah, cool. I'm just repeating what I just told a few seconds ago. Sorry. Yeah, I heard a lot of blocks. I'm moving. Yeah. Pictured here is the cover of a modern annotated version of one of the first detective mystery classics. It was published in 1868 and features a British soldier who acquires a yellow diamond by deceit during a significant event that occurred around 50 years before 1868. This event put the town of X on the world map, along with changing the course of Indian history, blah, 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 with it being frequently depicted in both French and British literary works of the 19th century. I just need which place was put on the map because of this. So something very, very intrinsic to what has happened in Karnataka, and yeah, there was a very significant event. If I have to add, like, how many are blocking for this? No blocks. It was a very bloody event. So in the 1800s, there was some bloody event which happened in Karnataka, and if I had to add it, yeah, it was not Karnataka back then, it was the Madras state. So this place is very much a part of Karnataka now, so it's very, very Karnataka. It's that entire thing, bro, like, yeah. 50 years before 1868. Yeah. Not now. Yeah, yeah. Okay,